In the quiet valley of Greenroot Village, people and animals lived as one. Above them, a great forest stood guard, a silent protector. This was the home of Goro, the elephant, wise guardian of the land, Lena, the deer, and Sky, the bird, who watched over everything. The forest was the village's heart and soul. Its ancient trees clutched the soil, its roots drank the rain, and its rivers flowed with a gentle hum. For generations, as long as the forest stood, the village was safe. But one day, everything changed. A small, powerful pack of wolves appeared. They wore elegant coats and spoke with voices full of unearned confidence. The other animals called them the wolves in coats, a symbol of distant, unchecked power. They didn't bother to ask the villagers their thoughts. They certainly didn't listen to the whispers of the forest. All they saw were numbers on a page, contracts to be signed, and profits to be made. Their leader stood before the towering trees and declared, "These trees will make us rich beyond measure. We may be few, but it is we who will decide for all." Goro the elephant, whose wisdom was as old as the mountains, warned them calmly, when a few choose the path of greed, it is the many who will walk the path of suffering. But his words were like stones thrown into a storm, heard for a moment, then lost forever. And so the destruction began. The sharp bite of axes echoed through the valley. Ancient trees, which had stood for centuries, fell one by one. The earth was stripped bare, its green skin peeled back to reveal raw, vulnerable soil. While the wolves in coats enjoyed their newfound comfort and wealth in faraway cities, the forest lost its voice and the village lost its shield. Then the sky turned dark. The rain came. It wasn't the gentle rain that nourished the land. This was a relentless downpour. Heavy clouds gathered and wept without pause. With no roots to hold the soil, no trees to break the storm, the mountain itself gave way. A violent flash flood, a furious mix of mud, rock, and giant logs roared down the slopes, straight toward the village. Homes built with love and care were swept away in an instant. Animals who couldn't escape were buried in the thick, suffocating mud. Children cried for their parents, and elders prayed to a sky that no longer listened. In the chaos, the villagers cried out in despair, "We did not cut down the forest. Why must we be the ones to suffer?" Goro, the elephant, stood firm against the raging water, his great form a small island in the torrent. With a voice filled with sorrow, he answered, "Because when a few destroy the earth, everyone pays the price." Far away, in their tall, sterile buildings, the wolves in coats were safe and dry. They didn't hear the cries for help. They didn't see the devastation. But the consequences of their actions had fallen upon everyone else, the innocent villagers, the poor, the animals, and the land itself. When the flood finally retreated, a heavy silence fell over the valley. The forest was gone. The village was broken, and the understanding of their loss arrived far too late. Goro, looking over the wreckage, spoke one last time, his voice a somber echo in the ruins. Nature does not punish selectively. When its balance is broken by a few, the suffering spreads to all. The story of Greenroot Village is a stark reminder. The careless actions of a small group can bring disaster to an entire community. Those who profit from destruction are rarely the ones who suffer its consequences. The ruin of our environment is a shared tragedy, even if the blame is not shared. When power comes without accountability, it is always the innocent who are harmed. Protecting our natural world isn't just a choice. It's a collective responsibility because when it is lost, we all lose. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider sharing it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that makes you think. See you next time.